Welcome everybody to Recycled Halloween. Today I'm doing a burnt corpse, and this is probably going to be part one of I don't know how many parts. Alright. You're going to get these little gloves that are plastic. Don't get the rubber ones, get plastic, because we will be using a shrink gun. But you're going to do the feet and the hands. And there's the feet and there's the hands. You're going to be doing that. And get them just on there. You don't have to glue. Then you can get whatever kind of glue you want and cut plastic as you need and wrap it like I'm doing right here. It, and you don't want to use a lot of glue, just a little. Alright, once you get the legs and the arms ready, this is what it's going to look like. Now we're going to work on the midsection, which would be your hips, your spinal area, and rib cage. And then we'll do the head. Alright, once you're done wrapping the skeleton, this is what it's going to look like. Now, hopefully this isn't going to cause it to where I can't pose it any way I want, but it might limit some of the posing, like the twisting arm and the twisting hand. But, for one, once you shrink it up, it's going to look a lot better. It'll look more like melted flesh, and then we'll paint it and everything. I do see one area that I need to fix real quick, right here in the crotch area. I'll set this down right here and you all can see me work on the crotch. Can't pin me on that one, YouTube. There we go. I might suggest a different glue. This Gorilla clear glue kind of stinks. Also, when we go to shrink wrap, you can take a knife, scissors, screwdriver, whatever we got available at Sharp. I'll poke a few holes in the ribs. That way when it shrinks, it kind of gives a look of ripping and tearing. Hopefully this works. If it don't, it don't, but we're about to that stage where I'm going to be getting a heat gun out as soon as this dries. So we'll say this is the end of part one. Or no, we'll say this ain't the end of part one. I'll go ahead and do the heat gun and say that's the end. So it'll be on pause for a while until this dries. Okay, we are now to the point where we're going to be using the heat gun. Kids, if you are doing this project, make sure you're doing it with an adult, because this thing can get very hot and it will do some severe burns. Needless to say, I've been a volunteer firefighter and I have actually been to medical calls because of a heat gun and a child. And that's all I'm going to say. So, kids, if you're doing this, please do it responsibly with somebody that knows what they're doing. But go ahead and start. And it should be shrinking down. And that's what we're going to want. Just like that right there. You just keep doing that all the way until you get it all the way done. And be careful if you are using a heat gun, like I said, children. Make sure you flip it over and you do the back. Alright, now what we're going to do is after you do this is what it's going to look like. And if you are using the heat gun, make sure you got it off to the side where it's cooling down. And that's what it's going to look like on the back. Give me a second. I'll flip it around. This is what it's going to look like up front. Now what we're going to do is we're taking Expandafoam. You can use any kind. Great stuff is what I prefer, but Walmart doesn't sell it no more. So I got this stuff. I've used it before. It's okay. Kind of tear a hole in here. We want a lot of that to go in there. In the gut area, sorry. I'll tear a hole right in here because we're going to put some right in there, and that's where a lot of the foam's going to go, for the guts. And this video is sponsored by Mystic Jewelry. I can say that because that's my own company. I don't know if you can see me, but I think you'd rather see the prop. Spray a lot in there. And you're going to want gloves because you're going to want to kind of spread this around. And then we're going to put it everywhere on the feet, just spray a little there. And this is basically going to go all over. And like I said, you want to wear gloves because you're going to be spreading this stuff out. And you don't want this stuff on your hands. It sucks. And I don't think it's very good for your hands either. Leave some thickness because it's going to look like burnt flesh. And if you're doing a video, make sure you leave one hand to pop. Okay, so when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. Thank you for holding it up, babe. There's our burnt corpse. Well, what's going to be the burnt corpse. You're getting it on your shirt, babe.
I don't care about the shirt.
Everybody, thank you for watching. And I'll see you all for part 2 probably tomorrow when I do it. And that should be painting the red and maybe doing the black. And cutting out the eyes. I forgot to mention that. Leave the eyes covered because it helps when you paint. And I'll see you all later. Bye.